Back, blessed, and better than motherfucking ever. You understand me? Than ever. I only knew what it took to run a podcast. Anthony's sweating. Yeah, we kind of this might be his last podcast.
I'm nervous, man.
But it took time to really put this together. We appreciate you listening. Thank you all who really made this happen. This is a 9/9 production. You were listening to the Proceed with Caution podcast. We're back. I've got no excuse. We're here, right? That counts for something.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, man, we feeling?
Showing up.
Showing up.
Feeling great.
Sure you don't still want to rock with us after this?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
Because I definitely stressed him out just a little bit.
That setup, man.
It was wild. If y'all could see, but it doesn't matter. We're here, right? We're also accompanied by a good friend of ours. You may have seen him before. If you haven't, you're seeing him now. Deion is welcoming us here today on the Proceed with Caution podcast. Deion, thank you for being here. How are you feeling? What's new? What's the temperature outside? You tell me. What's going on?
Feeling good, man. Thanks for having me. It's like 51 degrees outside. I'm actually glad it is, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm wearing like short sleeve. Finally get to wear some sweaters, you know what I mean? But yeah, appreciate y'all having me. It's been a long time coming. We've been talking about it.
Yeah, this is
happy to have you here.
Full circle moment. I think North Carolina is the only place where you can wear shorts and a hoodie and it's acceptable.
Right. Yeah, acceptable.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. I was actually thinking about that like 10 minutes ago. I was like, I probably should have worn it. But I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad I wore the shorts.
Man, last night I did not heed advice of a loved one who said, you should wear a jacket. It's going to get cold out here tonight. I said, you know what? Go ahead.
As you say that, bro, I'm saying I'm happy for you.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
We're going to jump into that right away.
My bad. We ain't got to.
No,
we can dive into it.
We ain't got to dive into it. I just want to say congratulations, though, man. For real.
I appreciate it. I'm happy as hell.
I remember single Jules, so it's good to see relationship Jules.
Yeah,
single Jules is a different type of beast, man. We can talk about that
off the podcast.
Yeah, so we're going to have that off camera.
So first thing, let's talk about how we all met. About how this place brought us together.
Right.
Before the fame.
It is wild how things happen, right? Because how this really came to life was I was just recording on my phone. My friends say some crazy shit. Let me record it and let me just laugh at it later. And I was playing it to other people. They go, you know what? This is probably how most podcasts started, I would imagine, right? But to really be here right now with cameras and production and lights and a mic and guests, it really takes time. Yeah, so I was walking out my apartment one day. I saw some competition by the name of Anthony Helm, another light-skinned short king, who just really thought that, you know, it's kind of like when dogs meet and they like do that weird shit where they like, you know?
Yeah.
But I learned that he streamer, and that was kind of in the realm of what I was looking to do. He welcomed me into the world to actually try a podcast out. We did something like this. Got to do it. Got to make it happen. And yeah, that's how we started.
Yeah.
I don't even remember how
I was
we
just
meet?
thinking in my head. I don't really remember how I met y'all, but I remember I met y'all. I'm just like some like.
I think we met in an
y'all
event.
Just cool. Yeah. It was a circle event.
The circle event.
I think it was you and Gico. Shout out to Gico, wherever he at.
Yeah, shout out to
Gico.
He in Virginia.
Virginia. Yeah, shout out to him. It was y'all two, because I remember y'all two was always together.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like on stream or nothing, because I wasn't doing nothing. I was before I was DJing. This was 9 to 5 Deion, you know what I mean?
9 to 5
And he was just cool people, you know what I'm saying? Him and Gico were just cool to talk to. The same with you. Just like, I didn't know you had like a creative mind or whatnot. It was just like,
Either.
we were both bachelors at the time, you know, so living life. You know what I mean? I ain't even keep throwing it out there.
No, it is important. It's a part of our evolution. I'm glad you actually put that in there, because we are.
But yeah, y'all just some cool people to talk to, man, you know?
Yeah, thank you again for showing up.
Things do work out. Shout out to Circle Uptown, though.
That was Circle Uptown,
Thank
really
you.
bringing the full circle moment.
I never thought I would thank them, but thank you, Circle Uptown, for making this happen legitimately, because otherwise, I don't really know.
I don't think none of us are extroverted enough to just go out there and just be talking to people.
I don't know, man.
I've done some street interviews before.
Bro?
They came together a little well.
I've seen them. I've seen them.
Yeah.
You got like a whole nother life though, man. Because like when I met him, I didn't know he streamed until like 6 months into us talking. He just he randomly said it too. I was like, he's like, yeah, I stream. I'm like, stream?
Yeah.
Look, I didn't even say,
You good? Yeah, you said it on
stream. Yeah, I was like, and I look, I'm like, oh, he streamed. You know what I mean? But I did not know that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what he did for a living. I had no idea.
Yeah. Do you? I wanted to ask this though. Did you do OnlyFans?
Yeah. So I started one. Hey, you didn't hear about this?
I didn't see it, but like I lost.
So I needed. Now we starting a whole new subject, but he was there.
Wait, hold on. Time out. OnlyFans.
Yeah. I'm gonna start the whole.
I just want to make sure I heard you right. Go ahead.
Yeah. So It was like in April 2023. My biggest regret from it. Listen. Let me put this out here too. You'll never go on OnlyFans. You'll never see me get famous as fuck and dick come out or anything like that on screen. It was never like that. It was like, I'm ripped, so I'm just gonna do shirtless pics, and I got a hell of a following, so I can make money. So I don't technically like.
Wait, you were just doing. My bad. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I wasn't like fucking bitches and.
You go ahead, man.
Okay, I wasn't like fucking girls and sending beat off videos and all the things that you would think about. It was literally like, you have a big following, you can make money off of it. And like, you ever heard like Corinna Koff and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I was taken with her, and she made like hella like 8 figures off of OnlyFans and stuff. And it was a long time before she even like really took the top off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I was like, okay, well, there's money to be made on that platform. And if my biggest regret from it, so I did it, and I was like, you know what? It's not a good feel or look to the external, but it rolls in money. It rolls in money, that's for sure. And I said, I'll never show dick. I'll never do anything crazy like that. And it's money. It's platform to be money.
Yeah. I definitely didn't judge you when I saw it though.
And also, I wish I would have started it in 2020. My magnitude at 2020, I think that I swear when I say this, I think I would have made millions. And it would have been the same thing, just like shirtless gym pics like that. I would have made millions of dollars. Really? My magnitude of how popular I was at that time, like May through August 2020, out of this world. Bro. Yeah.
I definitely didn't judge when I saw it. Like, good for him.
Yeah, you know it did what I needed to do. Made some money.
I didn't know what she was doing. You know what I mean?
It's the whole thing around it. But it's like, some
crazy
people do
you
it
were saying, like, I'm just going as like because when you don't subscribe, you just see like the bio. I checked your bio to see what he was doing. You were saying stuff like, "Oh, he on there."
Yeah, of course. So you gonna pay? Like the people that are gonna do it gonna pay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right. That's crazy though. Cause you don't see many men, doing it. You know what I mean? Or
yeah, like Two Turn Tony. You ever heard of Two Turn Tony?
No, I haven't.
Okay, that man has made millions off of OnlyFans, and he does like have the same shit. Like, he's a content creator, starts that, he's a good looking guy, and he makes millions. Doesn't do nothing besides like lake pictures.
Did anybody judge you?
I mean, probably, but at the same time, I was like,
feel any judgment? My bad.
Yeah,
it's always gonna be stuff you don't.
I mean, I think, of course, but I'm saying, you said, of course, there's always gonna be the stigma around it and stuff, right? But at the end of the day, like, what I'm going through, what I need, like, if anything happens, none of those people are going to pay my bills, are going to show up at my funeral, are going to do anything. So, like, I've always been good, like, just jumping off the porch to become a streamer. I'm okay with the very small circle of people's opinions that I actually care about. And like what we were talking about downstairs, like, so I don't like take, what do you call it?
Criticism?
I don't take criticism from people I wouldn't take advice from. So it's kind of like,
so boring.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. So
say it again.
I don't take criticism from people I wouldn't take advice from. Yeah.
That's something you can. I mean,
I heard it before.
Yeah, okay.
There's like a couple chords out here and there.
You came up with it.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yo, so can I say something really quick? They say you should learn something new every single day. I think I've accomplished that just now. I had no idea you had one of those.
Yeah.
But if it don't make money, it don't make sense.
Made money.
Yeah, I check out people's socials, man.
You be on there.
When he told me he streamed, like I said, I didn't believe it. I'm like, I looked everywhere, and then I followed the page, and I saw him post like an Instagram caption with I think he had the OnlyFans t-shirt. He had the caption.
You had merchandise?
Oh yeah, like took the pictures.
No, you didn't.
I was like, okay, that's what's up. Like, and this was April, right? So this is right before I fly to LA. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in that mindset.
You have plenty of time. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, I'm like, yes, I was all for it. I ain't gonna buy nothing, but I was all for it. You know what I mean? No judgment here.
When you got a following, man, you could just monetize it in many ways. But I mean, I wouldn't do it again unless I was like diving all in, because like the stigma around it.
Yeah.
But I always say though that, I mean, of course, we're all in our situations. When I was a kid, I was like, dude, I would love to do porn one day.
Ooh.
And now we dive crazy in the topics. But of course, when I was a kid,
Word.
I'm not doing it now. Are we going too far? Oh.
I wasn't on that type of time.
It's perfect. I mean, as a child.
I mean, seriously, you ever see that Tyreek Hill? They're like, yo, what you gonna do after football? He said, probably gonna become a porn star, man.
Shout out to Cinco said that too.
Who? Cinco, yeah.
Huh. You know,
you said kid though. How old were you?
I mean, I'm talking like 15.
Oh, okay.
16.
Yeah. I knew people on our football team that would say that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a popular thing.
Popular thing.
Oh. All right. Well, if you ever get in a pinch or bind, I don't know, money might be tight this month. Would you recommend? Would you prescribe?
Would I prescribe? Like
yeah,
as in, I prescribe it to people to do it. I think it just matters on like what you believe in, where you're at. You know what I'm saying? Like that's another thing too. We don't need to dive into this topic, but yeah, like if you feel like you can stand in the mirror still like morally and feel cool with yourself, if you're going to dive all the way in, then make sure you that I would prescribe it because the money is there to be made. This, like they said, OnlyFans creators individually, like across the platform, made more than all the NBA players' contracts. Think about that.
Stigma, but stigmas matter for the paycheck. You know, people getting paid, they really care. Let's say lions don't care about the opinions of sheep. I can't believe I just compared that to OnlyFans, but hell.
Like, I'll take it like this, right? I was signed as a streamer with Corinna Koff. I was making, on my contract, I was making $12,000 a month. Just signed for signature. She was making $100,000 a month. I still pulled more views, had more analytics than her, but for the name, she was making $100,000 a month. So it's $1.2 million a year. When the $1.2 million a year contract, and I don't think she can get in trouble for this because she talked about it, ran out, and she started in OnlyFans, they offered her a multi-million-dollar contract to continue streaming on Facebook, and she said, I don't care if it's $10 million. How much money I make on OnlyFans now, that's not worth my time. And this came from 1 year before where she was making 1.2 million, and then she made that in 1 month.
Working like 5 hours a week or something like that?
Probably less.
Damn. Well, you know, college is seeming more and more like a scam, no? You just hop on the cam and make
You know why? Because attention is the greatest form of currency. I'm sure you noticed that.
I know cap. The thing is, college definitely ain't a scam. Because people have this like notion that it doesn't take talent to garner that much attention, though. Not anybody can just go on and get in front of a camera.
Oh, yeah. I don't think everybody should be on OnlyFans, no.
Becoming a doctor is a skill, or becoming a lawyer is a skill. Getting in sales is a skill. I mean, getting in front of a camera.
It's a skill.
And putting yourself out there, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I have been in a place hearing some just beautiful tunes. Like, why is my body moving so much? Why am I having so much fun? Because you're behind the DJ board, man. How did you get into that? And tell me how it feels to be, you're really controlling the crowd. You got a power in some kind of way, but talk to us about it, because I've got no idea what all that entails.
Yeah, man. So I started, I really started DJing. I bought my first board 2022. Yeah, I bought it on my birthday, May 1st, 2022.
Hell yeah.
And the reason I bought it, literally, like, I've always been the type of person, like, I have a 9-to-5. Like, I'm in software sales. I love my job. I love what I do. But I've always been the type of person to have some sort of, like, side hustle, you know? I've always wanted to have some sort of, like, other streams of income.
Niche.
You know what I'm saying? Other niches, like, whether that be other streams of income, other hobbies, like, I've always wanted that. Mainly because, like, I wanted to be able to support my family, you know what I mean? I want to be able to just make as much as I can. Because you've seen it. You see me working at the Graham Street.
Oh, yeah.
Graham Street Pub. You've seen it. Like, I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah, I know it's going to be packed whenever you're behind.
I think I was at
DJ
your
set.
first gig. Was your first gig that one at
I'm
Graham
talking
Street?
about when I was working at Graham Street.
Okay, when you were working there.
Yeah, I was a barback.
Yeah. You doing both at the time?
Now, at that time, I was just I was still working my other job.
Right, but you're a barback.
That was before I DJ. And like, yeah. So I literally I bought my first controller at May 1st, 2023. Because I would go out the bars. This is no disrespect to any DJs across Charlotte, because like I'm friends with a few of them. I would just go out at that time, like, this is right after COVID, like 2022. And I would just hear like the same music, you know what I mean? Or I would hear good music and like get inspired. But I was like, I can do that. Like, I like what they're doing.
You love music?
I can do that. So let me try something out. I'm always trying to try stuff out. I bought my first controller then, went on YouTube, taught myself how to do it. And like, you know, just kind of went from there.
How's the process? Like, what was your day, like day-to-day, like practice? How long did it take you to where you got to a place where you're like, I can do my first gig confidently?
Yeah. So before I bought it, it wasn't like I'm going to buy it and just kind of not do anything. Before I even bought it, like, I was always following YouTubers, like doing tutorials. I kind of came up with a plan of how I'm going to do it. So like, when I bought it, I would go to work. I would get to work. This is when I was still in office. I would leave for work at like 7, get back home at like 6. I go to the gym, get home at like 8:30 after dinner. Like, I would practice for like an hour. I would try to like teach myself like a new skill like each hour. Like, I feel like I've always had like the music part down. It's just more so like the mechanics of it.
Yeah, just learning the buttons.
Then I had I have a great support system. Like my friends, like they'll throw parties, they'll have me come and like just there for them. They would hype me up because like half of the battle was confidence, right?
Yeah,
they'll hype me up and like you know what I'm saying. Like just at the end of the day, like DJs are gonna be mad, but all we're doing is just playing music.
Pretty much. Who doesn't like
music? Like if y'all can do it. Like as long I can teach you how to move this stuff over. The transitions are definitely like a big thing and like are a part of it. But like to me, like the biggest thing is just playing the right music for the right people. You know what I'm saying? Like play what they want to hear. Nobody cares about like how you made that transition go or how good you scratched. All they care about is some good music.
Cater to your audience.
Cater to the audience. Yeah, how he makes it feel, man. And that's kind of like what I've always kind of like prided myself on, like just wanting the audience to feel good.
Yeah, you gotta have like a sense of the room. Like let's say read the room. Yeah, you're doing that to a whole nother level.
Read the room, man, and and just stay humble.
Yeah,
some of us can be like some buttholes, bro. Like you gotta think like it takes some like type of like mental capacity to be a DJ because you have to download the software and whatnot. So like, some of us were like nerds in high school. You know, nothing wrong with that at all because I was. Some of us wasn't really as popular in high school. You know what I mean, or even like throughout life. So they become a DJ, and then like. Now they find this new sense of like popularity. Yeah. Now they feel like they can be like an asshole or a tool. It's like, bro, like let's just like stay humble.
Don't let that cape get to your head.
Not everybody. That's only like a small percentage.
Don't stick with it, right? Or to keep.
Oh yeah, definitely stick with my career.
There you go.
But always DJing on the side. It's a good balance.
Yeah.
You know. I wish I would have told the women blind that I also had a career. Cause bro, like I literally told like. They all thought all I did, like most of them only thought I just DJ. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They wrote that down in the book.
Yes, they wrote that down.
That could be a red flag to a lot.
It can be. Yeah. You gotta think, and I'm putting myself in their shoes. Like you seeing a guy, he just DJs. He can't take care of a family. Like you're not serious.
He's gonna be home at 3 a.m. Be around girls all night.
I mean, I can see how it paints a picture.
And it's my fault, like because I live with it. But I wanted them to know, like, not hobbies was. Yeah, they definitely thought that.
It's not a lie. You know, it's not like you saying you're not who you not.
Yeah, for real.
Made it happen, man, in every way, shape, and form. Right. Really admirable to watch.
Do you have any DJ stories that like you have to tell? You haven't told? Where you've been DJing, you know, drunk Brittany comes up. She's like, you play a song. Next thing you know, she gets tossed out the club by her neck.
She spills a drink on your board. She spills a drink
on the board. You seen anything?
The wildest stuff I see actually from like people watching.
Oh,
honestly, it ain't really
directly to you.
Yeah, not really directed to me. You know what I'm saying? I want to watch what I say. But it's more so like, just people watching, like people, they're watching some drunk guys go approach some women or something like that in a terrible way, like a disrespectful way. Yeah, no crazy stories though.
Okay.
None that I'm willing to share.
We haven't talked about it. You were on Love is Blind season 6, Charlotte edition. Walk us through that. How did this come about? What made you say, I'm good enough for this, and I'm going to put myself out there, and I'm going to get that?
First, you said on it. I participated in the experiment. I wasn't really like, you know what I'm saying, featured on it heavily. But I did participate in the experiment. I think it was like, the process started like in October of 2023, literally 2 years ago.
Yeah.
No, 2022. So literally 2 years ago. Like I get like a DM from, this is how it happened. I get a DM from my homegirl who I went to high school with. She's like one of my top 6 friends. One of my close friends. Nice. She DMs me like that that Love is Blind is like having like an ad for like, what's it called? Casting call.
Yeah.
Charlotte. I never knew what Love is Blind was. I hate reality TV. Like I don't like love and hip hop. I don't do that. Or Real Housewives.
Love Island.
I didn't even know what Love Island was. Did not know what Love is Blind was. She sent it. I just liked the message. Like, appreciate you sending me this. Then I get it again sent from one of my homeboys. And you know, every guy has like a group chat of friends.
Yeah.
It's like my college friend. I sent it to my group chat. And I look at this. And it's like, yeah, they're like, you be good for this show. Like, what you mean? Y'all watch this shit? What you mean? Like, I didn't even curse. Y'all watch this? Their girls watch the show. So I was like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, they messaged me while I'm at work at my 9 to 5. And I'm like on like a little hiatus not a hiatus, but like I'm like in a break at my 9 to 5. I'm like, like, can we talk? Oh yeah, call me at 12. I'm about to go on lunch. I really want, if this is serious, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't doing on that work anyway.
Yeah.
That is weird.
So they give me a call. I go into my supervisor's office and take the call. I thought it was gonna be like a 5-minute phone call. was literally a 45-minute phone call.
Whole screen.
And I never knew what the show was. Didn't have no aspirations. Don't like reality TV.
Yeah.
But me and her, like, she's great at her job, man. Like, Joy, if you out there, like, you're great at your job. We had like
Joy.
It was like a therapy session, honestly. Like, she's talking to me about stuff like I don't talk about closest people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, past traumas. Why are you still single? Why are you not married? I'm like really doing some soul searching. You know what I'm saying?
This was an assessment.
And this was at work.
Damn.
This was on my lunch break. I didn't eat that day.
I wouldn't either.
You know what I'm saying?
The deepest troubles.
And so we had a conversation. She says it went well. Literally that next Tuesday, like, go through the Zoom call, do everything. And I get past like each step, and I'm not thinking that I'm about to be like, I was like, keep calling me like every other week, like, hey, like you made it past this step. I'm like, what? Like, I ain't about to be on like TV show. Like, I'm not even.
Did you expect to really make it far into the process?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Wow.
I had I did not expect it because for one, like, I'm not a reality person. Like, I don't like reality at the time.
A lot of people that wanted your spot, brother.
Yeah,
I promise you.
Yes.
I was told that when I got there, but yeah, at the time, like, I had no like I didn't really like attention. Like, you can say like I was shy, and like to myself, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But at the time, like, I wasn't really like had no aspirations, so I was very like pessimistic on the fact that like I would even make it past a certain point. So pessimistic to the fact that like 2 months before we were out, I went on a cruise and was like still like I didn't stop dating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I ain't stopped dating because I was like, I'm not
Still
going
outside.
Yeah, like not even like outside. I'm 25 at the time though. 25 years old at the time, and like I wasn't thinking about marriage. So I was like, yeah, and I didn't think I would be on that show. I did watch it though. Once they told me I was like close to getting on, it was season 3 was out. That was Bartiz season. I know. Watch it.
I watched it before. Yeah,
I watching the new one.
Bartiz season, cold season. I watched that season because that's what was out during the time. I watched the first episode. Literally 45 minutes into the first episode, I heard somebody say like, "I love you." I'm like, I cut it off. I was like,
no, thank you.
Like, this is a joke. You know what I mean? But I mean, we kept going through it, and I kept just like living my own life and like just going through the process. I do like the little little process they had me go through. I can't really talk about too much. But it was just therapeutic though, man.
Yeah.
To have an interview be like asking you questions that deep that you never really ask yourself, like, why are you still single? I really have to think about it. Like, why am I still single? What do you want? I tell them I want a marriage. And they give me a process, like an opportunity to do it, you know?
It emphasizes the whole like experiment part that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, experiment.
Like, a lot of people just see it as like the show.
Yeah, definitely an experiment more than a show, in my opinion. Especially when you don't get engaged, you know what I mean? Like, because there's 30 of us that go in there, 15 men, 15 women. You only see 6 men, 6 women. You only see 12 out of the 30. You don't even see half of the people that go in the experiment. But we all did the experiment. You know what I mean?
Dang.
Like, just think about that. Really think about that.
That's proof.
You don't even see half of the people that go through the experiment. But everybody went through the experiment. That means that's over half of the people that went through the experiment that really did it out of like that really got like only thing that got out of it was like a genuine growth, like not like a media growth or whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, like and we still have that to go off of. I mean, and then at that point, those was 17 out of the 30, like they didn't get engaged, so they didn't go to like Dominican Republic or Mexico, wherever they take you. They didn't go through the marriage, but they still went through like that pod process of like having those deep conversations with like somebody you ain't never seen before.
Yeah.
Son.
Which is crazy.
Concept is crazy.
It's wild.
Yes. Can you walk us through that?
Please. What
Can you walk us through the process of like Love Is Blind?
Yeah,
Like what it feels like to walk into a pod.
Okay, we say walking through. You want like the everything, like TV part, like the
like when you walk into a pod for a date. What does that entail?
What are the
you
emotions?
greet yourself. What are you feeling?
What am I feeling? Because what I'm feeling and what Clay and Johnny and Jeremy are feeling are completely different things, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I walked in, I remember when I got on set, like it didn't hit me that I was gonna be on, that I was a part of that process until Nick and Vanessa Lachey walked in.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, like I'm like, this ain't real. Like I'm not really here. So in my head, I'm like, I'm not supposed to be. I mean,
you didn't expect to.
I didn't expect to. You know, it didn't really hit me until like Vanessa and Nick like walked in. I look, you could even see it on the first episode. Like I'm genuinely like shocked. Okay, like we here. Like it's go time.
Game time.
I sit down and like I hear them just verbatim say, because like I said, all I watched is the first episode.
Yeah.
So I know what Nick of Vanessa says. But when they just going through and saying like, "Why are you here?" It's like, bro, I saw this on TV. I mean,
yeah.
I'm gonna say the word like
you hear.
Like everybody, I don't know if like there's a conceived notion of like go on there and like you don't know that you're supposed to be on TV. Like, no, I'm there. Like, I know this is live. Like, I know this is about to be on Netflix. This is wild.
Netflix,
you know what I mean? In my head, I'm like, this is
Netflix.
Not Tubi.
In my head, like this is so wild. Like Deion Perry, you're not supposed to be. And at the same time, you're also there's a chance that you might find like wife. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. Being there, I just remember them talking about, okay, now we're really here. Mm-hmm. They said like, time to go to the pods. I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
Like immediately.
So I remember going in and it just looks just like it does on like on screen, you know. But like at the same time, like good thing about what I respect about Love Is Blind, it's like the cameras are like very hidden, so you don't really realize.
Not in your face.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they do a good job of like taking your phones away and like taking, just like kind of putting you in like an isolated zone to where like you're there to find love. So I do respect that. But yeah, just walking in there. It was my first date. Oh yeah. I remember walking in there and just talking, just hearing like a female just hearing like a woman's voice. You know what I'm saying? Because like you got to think like before we start filming, we got 3 days of just the guys.
No female contact.
No phones, no TV,
nothing.
Nothing, just the guys.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? So we go in there, you hear like a woman's voice for the first time, and it's just like, okay, yeah, this is why we here. You know what I mean? We're here to find
that dog on.
You know, not even not the dog. You know what I'm saying? You can't say dog.
Deion.
Yeah, not the dog. This ain't Love Island. This is, you know what I'm saying? Here to find your wife. So it's different, but it's still at the same time. It's just like, okay, now we here for real. And then even then, like in my head, I'm like, man, this still like just play.
Mm-hmm.
And then like questions, the stuff we talking about, like stuff we never talk. I never talked about back home. You know what I mean? Like I said, I was a bachelor before. Like going and talking about like raising kids, about like your finances, about like what you want out of like your family, like just like stuff you don't talk about like on a day basis with like women you meet. You know what I mean? And I've known this woman for 2 minutes and we're already kind of like deep into it.
Shit. Talk about quick. Huh?
Yeah,
moving really quick. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that definitely is crazy. And especially like when y'all have the same like interests, like just
like
clicking. Mm-hmm. You go in thinking like, ain't no way I'm about to catch feelings with somebody. But by that third day, I was going to sleep thinking about a woman I ain't never seen before. And it's kind of hard to describe. I'm literally thinking like a shadow of, an aura of a person. Mm-hmm. Going to sleep thinking about it.
You've really given me a newfound respect for the show, man. Like before, I'm like, this is just some Netflix shit.
Nah,
bringing people in here. These people like, I could never do it. But when you describe it, they're like pieces in place to make it a true experiment.
For real, it was an experiment. It's definitely an experiment.
Yeah,
not a show. Definitely an experiment. And like I said, this is coming from somebody that didn't get it. I can only imagine when people that got engaged. I can only imagine what like it obviously works. I mean, Johnny and Amy are here. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're married. Mm-hmm. So it's crazy. It was a great experiment.
Yeah, I want to touch on something you said. You said multiple times like Deion Perry's not supposed to be here. How has making it there and going through the experience kind of just shaped your new like identity crisis upon yourself? Because that's kind of like what it is. Like, you know, whenever you get something big for the first time, you're like, oh, I'm not supposed to be here. First time you step on the court in the league, like Bronny. Oh, not Bronny. I would just say like a new rookie. Because Bronny been there, right? Yeah. But a new rookie, they're like, oh, I'm playing with my idols. Like, I'm not even supposed to be here. Like, this is crazy.
Who's Deion Perry now?
Yeah.
Definitely, like, I was always a confident guy, so don't get that twisted. I've always been so sure of myself. But just like at the same time, when it came to relationships though, like I never, it's gonna sound bad, but I never really took it serious. I was always like, I'm my own man. You know what I mean? Like I was always me first, you know what I mean? I never even thought about having those types of conversations with women, you know?
Yeah. So
I would say the best part that changed me, honestly, just be in my relationships. Like how I see a relationship. Like before going on there, even during the process, like I was not going into relationships with like much intent. I mean, it's just at that point, it was just like that's just another person.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't asking like those intentional questions that you need to ask. I wasn't thinking about like if I see this woman, like she could potentially be my wife.
You're not even asking favorite colors, bro.
I would, yeah, I'm saying asking my favorite color. You know what I'm saying? Asking the bull. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't thinking like this could be my wife. This could be the mother of my kids. This could be the daughter of my. You know what I'm saying? Like this, like her parents could be my mother and father-in-law. You know, I wasn't thinking about that at all until I went, did that process, did that experiment.
Mm-hmm.
That's really kind of what I kind of feel like I gathered the most from it. And like now, like I definitely date with so much like intent now. I feel
new perspective on dating, right?
Yeah.
Instead of like just like everything you were saying earlier, like I don't really see this person as like you gonna meet my mom at some point. Now it's like, can you meet my mom?
Yeah, can you meet my mom? Can your parents be my mother and father-in-law? Like, can you raise my kids? You know?
Yeah.
Can you deep questions. Kids? Like, it's just like it was just crazy. It's definitely, it sounds bad. But that's just honestly like how I was thinking. Like I went on there at 25. You gotta think, like me and Ken were the only ones that was young, but Ken is a lot more mature than I am. You know? He's a principal, but coming from me, like I was a typical 25-year-old. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I'm on there. There's 29, 31. You know what I'm saying? 30, very established in their career, like already there. You know what I'm saying? Some already been through marriages. You know, so I kind of went on with like a like different kind of mindset than I needed to. Like, I definitely don't think I was like ready for that experiment. But I am blessed and glad that I did.
Would you do it again?
100 times, yeah.
100 times.
100 times.
Wow. Yeah, I definitely would.
I figure there's some people that never want to see a Love Is Blind.
Those are only the people that got burned from it.
That's fair. Or they had a negative experience.
Or they at least already kind of went through the full process. Like the process don't start. The process stops at the altar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to make it all the way through to the altar. You know what I'm saying? And like the fact that I didn't meet my person there. Like I said, I didn't take full advantage of it. Like I didn't ask those questions until it was too late.
Can we go into why that didn't happen? We could skip past that too.
What didn't happen? I know what you mean, but I want you to ask it again.
So when you went there, after you went through the experience, you didn't get engaged. I guess my question is why?
Why I didn't get engaged?
Was it more of a choice? Was it circumstance?
I would say if you would have asked, I give you two different answers. Like if you would have asked me then, I would have said like I got treated unfairly. But if you would have asked me now, I would definitely tell you it's because of the alcohol, man. I would definitely say
I drank.
Yeah, the drink, man. It's just I definitely felt, and like I said, I wasn't. And just being really honest, like I just wasn't ready. But I mean, yeah, I mean, like I was there. My favorite drink, Bailey's, Irish cream, Bailey's. I don't know if y'all. Oh, yeah, Bailey's. I don't know why. I love coffee.
Yeah.
Shit,
so like,
you
mix coffee and liquor
Irish
together.
car bombs.
Yes, I don't buy it myself. It's not even expensive. I just don't go out and get it because it's like a heavy drink that you have to get. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't buy it myself. But when you get there and someone asks you like, "What do you want to drink?" and we'll get it for you, I'm like,
"Oh, unlimited supply." Yeah, I cannot be on this shit. I don't have no self control for that.
It's Bailey's.
I would be on
I'm
the
just
fucking
back there.
floor.
Just, you know how Bailey's is a coffee. It's coffee. I'm just taking Bailey's back, and I mean, I just went into one night. You have day dates and night dates. I went into a night date a little too sauced up, and I think I just put my foot in my mouth.
Damn.
Yeah. I feel like it was definitely misinterpreted what I said. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like I respect how she took it. And all you can do, you know, that's just what happened. That wasn't God's plan for me to find somebody. But I will say I definitely made a mistake and said the wrong thing to somebody. And that very next day, you don't think about it, but like you say that to somebody, they're gonna go back into the living room and tell everybody.
They do it every single.
So literally that next day, I went through like 3 dates and just got broken up with one by one. Because I had like 7 dates that day.
Damn,
the next day.
Wildfire.
Yeah, I remember going home that night. I remember going home that night in the van. And I think I was talking to Jimmy, bro. I was talking to Jimmy and my boy Nolan about what happened. I'm like, yeah, you're good, man. Just try your best. Ken even said like, just try to give me ways to get out of it. But I just knew like,
hey man,
I went in that next day. I tried my best to apologize. She wouldn't have
put you in the group chat without putting you in the group chat.
Exactly.
Sheesh.
And I got broken up with like 3 times. It's crazy to say broken up with.
I mean, yeah.
But you're in there dating, you know what I'm saying? So like back to back, you know what I mean? There were 2 that still stayed and like were good, but those 3 like just
Bailey's.
You Mr.
Stay
Wrong
the fuck
now.
away from it.
Mr. Wrong.
Mr. Wrong.
Mr. Wrong. So I was holding on for dear life. So there's actually a scene in there if you go to it. It's with me and Jeremy. It's on the second episode. It's in the very beginning where Jeremy's like talking to me, and I'm just like literally like looking at him like, I ain't trying none of this. I was actually just at that point, I was just going through like my emotions, like just kind of, just dealing with everything. I wasn't really trying to hear everybody else, but yeah.
I mean, alongside all that, it takes another kind of bravery to hop on a show like Love Is Blind,
right?
Commit to it, really buy into the experiment. It kind of, there's a lot of vulnerability that goes into that, no? It's like,
for real, bro.
Go into a room, talk to a wall, hear a voice, and build a life with somebody. On a fucking wall.
Yeah.
But you did it, man. Kudos to you.
Yeah, in your mind, what are you picturing? When you're just fantasizing about the woman across, like, is it just everything's right? Like Happy Gilmore when everything's by his happy place?
Happy Gilmore.
Can you tell somebody stick by their voice?
In my head, what'd you say?
What'd you say?
Are you able to tell if somebody is shaped a certain way? I did not say that at first. Just by their voice.
Nah. It's like what I thought and what I saw were like two different, like they weren't the same. And that was in a good way.
Okay.
You know, just like I said, bro, y'all laughing at the same, but it's like what I'm saying. Like, I wasn't. It's gonna sound bad, but I really didn't care what they look like.
Wow. Okay, that's beautiful.
The first day, I definitely did.
I mean,
the night I said that comment, which was the second day, I definitely did.
Second day, you let it fly.
Yeah, because at that point, I'm like, this process. Okay, you gotta think where I'm coming from. Like, I go in not thinking I'm supposed to be there.
Yeah, right.
The first series of dates is all 15 women go perfect in my head. I'm clicking with some of them. I go home thinking about the next day. Click even more. We're 8. You know what I'm saying? We're like, some of us are shedding tears. You know what I mean? Like, so in my head, I'm like, yo, this process works. Like, this process actually does work. Like, this might be in the cards for Deion. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking. So I celebrate. And the way I celebrate, Bailey's Irish Cream. Great.
Yeah, no mixer.
No chaser, you know what I mean?
We need to put Bailey's. We need to call your own people.
Yeah, call my bad. Yeah, Bailey. Yeah, I go straight into Bailey's and I just go straight to it. And then like everything, you know, I just said the wrong thing. Like I said, I don't think what I said was that bad. But at the end of the day, I can't take away how that person felt.
Man, I think regardless, no matter how it played out, you did the experiment.
Right.
You showed up. You did make connection to some capacity.
Yeah.
And hell, I mean, you're on one of the coolest things on fucking television. Netflix. New seasons just dropped. You're on Netflix.
Yeah.
I can't say that. Can you say that? Say that?
So wait, what's your relationship with this person now?
That person?
Yeah.
That is literally the only person who I don't follow on Instagram.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I was like,
there's smoke.
I ain't smoke. There's definitely no smoke. Like it's 2 years old. Yeah, it's 2 years from then. At the time, like I was definitely just like resentful towards that person, you know. But at the end of the day, man, it's just like I'm a big believer in God. You know what I'm saying? So I just really feel like that all happened for a reason. You know, me saying that, her telling people, you know, and then all the ricochet effects that happened from it. It was like it was. Cause I just said, like I wasn't ready for it, bro. I wasn't ready for the marriage. Like it was all having those conversations were new to me. I feel like I could have been a good husband at the time. I still can. But like I just don't think I could have been the husband I needed to be at that time. So like that was God's way of putting out of it before I went. Embarrassed me and my fiance at the time on television.
A lot of self-awareness, brother. That's a lot of self-awareness.
What is next for Deion?
Thank you. What a way to wrap this up. Perfect.
I mean, yeah, man. What's next is just continuing my journey. I mean, like these past 2 years have been really good to me. Like I've grown, like mentally, physically, spiritually. Like I've gotten closer to God. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten closer to what I want in a relationship. And so that's the goal right now, man. Is just like to level up, definitely DJing, and level up financially in my career as well. But also, man, like I know what I'm here for. You know, like if I went through that experiment right now, like I would definitely if my person was there, I would have got my person. But I'm still going through that process right now. You know, yeah. What's next is just continued growth, man.
Yeah, reality TV in the future.
Nah.
More? No?
Yeah, not for me, no.
We can hang that up, put that in the rafters.
No. Not for me, man.
Shit. Okay. Before we get up out of here, tell the people where they can find you.
Yeah, I mean, you can find me on Instagram at DeionDP. So that's DeionDP. I don't have a DJ name. I go by Deion. All of my So yeah, you can find me on Instagram. I'm not really on Snapchat or like Facebook. Deion DP.
Okay, I got this last question. But we cannot leave without asking. So, the clout that came from Love Is Blind, the way that these women love it, I gotta ask: did you feel like a bad bitch for a minute once you put up that Instagram post where the DMs flooded like never before? How did your life and that social standing, even if it was temporary, change around locally, globally?
Yeah, so like as you know, like there's a month period before when they release the cast to where like season comes out, because they released the cast on January 14th. The season didn't drop until Valentine's Day, February 4th. A whole 30 days.
Yeah.
To that point, like everybody's on the same playing field. They don't know who's gonna be shown or whatnot. And I mean, I was dating somebody at the time.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in a committed relationship at the time, man. So it was definitely, and she was good to me. You know what I'm saying? So there was definitely like nothing. I wasn't pursuing anything. But there were DMs though. I wasn't even focused on them DMs, man. I was focused on my baby girl at the time, who I was dating. I hate I can't give y'all a good answer.
Oh, that's a perfect answer.
But yeah, I was lucky to be in a relationship.
Any final thought?
Do you think pursuing careers like in entertainment, where you put yourself out there, the places that it takes you, is hard to have a relationship, or it makes it more difficult?
I don't think it makes it harder. I just think you just have to like make sure the person that you're with very secure in herself or themselves. Because I mean, there's a notion about it. You know what I mean? Notion about it. You're gonna get extra attention, so that person has to be like secure in themselves and know that you ride for them. So I don't think it's harder, because it's hard to find it regardless. Because there's perks for it too, right? I don't think it's harder. I just gotta make sure that person that you're with and the person you choose, like just securing themselves. You also gotta make sure like you are ready to pursue a relationship and entertainment at the same time.
Yeah.
You gotta be responsible. You know what I mean? You can't be out here entertaining other people. You know what I mean? At the time, like, cause me and my girl, like, we had like, I told my girl like November, about Love Is Blind. So I told her she had 3 months of like knowing about it. We had constant conversations of how we were gonna navigate it. You know what I mean? Like, cause I told her like she knew I didn't get engaged obviously, but we didn't know like what's gonna come of it. You know?
Yeah.
So we had constant conversations. So like, and she was securing herself. Like she knew like that I was down for her. You know what I'm saying? And I knew that I wasn't the type of guy to go out and like take some like women at that time. Like if I was with somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was just the one. So yeah, you just gotta make sure like y'all got that communication. You know, that's the foundation of a good relationship. Trust and communication.
Check your motherfucking self. Cause this is real. Takes work.
Okay, what are 3 things you should proceed with caution against in today's time?
What things I should what?
Proceed with caution against.
3 things. I would definitely say right now, politics, man. You know, it's voting time. Don't want to get too sensitive on that. I would say the NFL. My Panthers aren't doing so well.
Oh shit.
And then the third one, bro, is just like the people you surround yourself with. Definitely. Because that can just, you know, have a large effect on you.
Yeah.
Whether that be your friends or the women or the people you decide to date in a romantic relationship or your friendship, just all that. Okay. Colleagues, all that.
If anything, I have learned, jump off that porch. Who fucking knows? You might find yourself.
So
this has been an episode with Proceed with Caution Podcast, a 99 production. Deion, thank you for joining us today.
Sure, man. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Sure,
in the
bro.
meantime,
Sure,
be blessed, live fast, see with caution.